Greetings everyone, welcome to Chess Advanced, and I'm going to be showing more games from the Chess Olympiad, actually covering the entire series. But here, I really wanted to show this game. This game is with the white pieces, we have Vladimir Fedoseev, and with the black pieces, we have the current reigning world champion, Gukesh. So this is going to be one insane game. So it's India versus Slovenia, and let's see how Gukesh is able to deal with that. And Gukesh had played a spectacular tournament in Olympiad, so it's gonna be very much difficult to beat Gukesh. So without further ado, let's start with this game. Here, Featherstone starts for d4. We have knight to f6, bishop to f3, and here just going for d5. We go for the London system, and we have e3, c5, and here just going for knight to f3. We have knight to c6, knight bd2, and bishop to g4. Now just spinning that knight, c3, and just e6. We have queen to a4, just immediately trying to intimidate Gukesh. We have knight to d7 by Gukesh, and just going for this bishop to b5. We have queen to c8, rook to c1, and here just a6. So all of the pressure is just here. And here, if Gukesh is asking, what are you going to do about the bishop? Are you going to just put it back, or maybe we're going to trade some pieces? So Fedoseev obliges, he trades, and we have queen captures, and b captures. So we have an early trade, and most likely the game is going to be shifted here towards the queen side. Most likely they're going to develop the bishop castle and get the rooks into the game, and most likely they're going to be much pressure out towards that b5. And here we have c4 immediately, just trying to challenge the center. We have f6, knight to b3, and here just going for a5, just in a little bit trying to push that pawn and trying to just get the knight out of that square. We have h3, pushing the bishop back, bishop to f5, and here just king to e2, not castling in or anything, but just connecting rooks right away. And here we have a4, just attacking the knight. We have knight bd2, and now just going for this h5, trying to just expand on the king side. And we have bishop to g3, just putting the bishop back until that a move comes. We have bishop to e7, and now just going for this rook to c3. And maybe just he'll be interested in doubling up rooks on the c file, king to f7, but here just rook to c1. We have rook to c8. Now both players are trying to just utilize this file, and when the trades in the center occurs, it's going to be pretty evident. Let's see how who's gonna be able to get to use the open file. And there's a lot of pressure, and when the rooks are doubled up, you have to be extremely careful, and there's no defense to that c rook. So it's going to be very much difficult to trade in the center. So here Fedoseev goes for trading in the center because he has already doubled up. So he goes for d caps on c5. We have e5, not trading it, not capturing, not doing anything, because these are double pawns. It's going to be, first of all, difficult to get rid of them, and when you get rid of them, it just helps black. So here we have c captures, and now just going for c6. And it seems like you've created a pass pawn, and it's going to be very much difficult to hold that pass pawn, but you cannot save that pass pawn, because here you can just double up and eliminate the pass pawn. There is no issue, I mean, after moving the knight, of course. And if you push it forward, then there are a lot of moves where you can try and attack it, and there's no actual way to defend that pawn. And with Gukesh having the center, he definitely does have the advantage. So that pass pawn is not worth that much here in this position. If here knight to h4 was played, that would have been a different story, because here after bishop to e6, then you can start pushing towards the king side as well. And these kinds of moves will be there in the position, but they won't be that effective, because here after d4, now you just play e captures, and after rook to d3, attacking the central pawn, you have bishop caps on c5, just grabbing back the pawn. And here after bishop to f2, just putting immense pressure on that d4 pawn, you'll get this g5. And here after f captures, knight to e5, not trading that right away, but here just after knight to e4, you're most likely going to capture that. King captures, and here after a move like a3, b3, but here after bishop to b4, I mean, black is doing absolutely fine, even I mean better even. But this was the best that he had, because here after, even if you try g6, you'll get king to g7, rook caps on c8, bishop captures, and after bishop caps on d4, it seems like this is a bit over advanced, and these pieces are coordinating well, but there you are just an exchange down. And I think that's not the way you would be even trying to win, go for a win here with the white piece. And a few over advanced pawn won't change anything. So I think that's why he didn't go for that sacrifice. He went for c6 right away. But it's very much difficult to even try and figure out, because I don't think they calculated that till that extent. But it was just a line that I wanted to show you. Here just knight to b6 was played by Gukesh. We have a3 by Fedoseev, and here rook to a5, knight to e1, and now just going for this rook to b5, just trying to just go for that pawn. We have knight to d3, just centralizing that knight, and we have just d4, just finally going for that central thrust. E captures, just attacking the rook to c2, just defending, so this knight can move. And now we have this rook to e8, knight to f3 was played, and now we have rook to b3, just keeping the pressure. I mean, you can see that from all the starting pieces, where Fedoseev had some opportunity to push that, but now Gukesh has been playing so spectacularly that all the pieces are just crammed in towards the king side, and it's very much difficult to actually find a move here in this position. I mean, you could push that pawn, but you're not getting that far. And with the fact that your pieces are such so inactive in this position. Also, there are lots of threats in this position that you have to worry about. So it's going to be very much difficult for Fedoseev to hold this position. Here, Fedoseev tried rook f2 e1, but here just bishop to b4 check. And now here we have king back to f1, but just here bishop captures on e1. I mean, whatever move you play just wins in this game, because the position is just so bad for white. It's just, and that's what you have to do. You have to constrict your opponent. When you try to get too advanced right from the opening, this is what happens, because Gukesh did nothing. Gukesh right from the opening, he just got the center and slowly pushed, and Fedoseev was not able to find the right moves, and he constricted his opponent. And that's what high class players do. They constrict your play so much that after a while it's just very difficult to even make a move. And white is absolutely in a soup song, because here if you go knight captures, then your bishop lose, but knight capture is the one that you have to play to recapture. So here knight caps on e1 was played, but bishop caps on c2 and just knight captures. That's why I told you, when sacrificing that rook there on d3 was the best move. It was the best move. Here just d3 was played, and now just knight to e3, knight rook caps on b2 and c7, but here just knight to c8, and here f4. And if you're thinking about maybe you'll be able to do something and you'll have some counterplay with that pawn, it's not going to work out, because here after rook to a2, you're just going to grab the pawn, and slowly but surely you're just going to push that pawn, and there's nothing pretty much that white can do about it. Bishop to f4 was tried, but rook caps on a3 was played, g3, and even if you try a move like d2 in this position, I mean, even that's enough. Here after rook to d1, you'll have to play this rook to d2, knight to d5, just trying to get their pieces activated. Rook to e1 check. Here rook captures, pawn captures, and here after this king captures, you'll have this a3, and again same idea. It's just winning from all fronts. But Gukesh went for this rook to b3, just trying to push that pawn, not trading more pieces. Knight to c4 was played, but rook to e6, knight to d2, rook to b2, and here in this position we have rook to c3. We have just rook to a6, and now just going for this rook to a3, we have rook to c2, and just the position absolutely controls. King to g6, king to g2, we have knight to e7, just king to f3, and just going for this knight to d5. And if you're just wondering why not go for a move like, knight to d6, trying to, just push that pawn all the way, I would be happy to sacrifice the exchange in this position, because then I can just push, and there is no way that you can stop that pawn. And I don't even have to sacrifice the exchange. I can just capture the pawn as well, with the knight, obviously. But still, the position is just absolutely really bad. Here, knight to c3 was tried, but now just comes this knight captures, bishop captures, d2, and there is no way you're stopping that pawn. King to e2 was tried, but just rook to d6 check, king to d1, and here just going for this very nice rook to b2, knight to e2, rook to b1 check, king captures on d2, rook to b2, and here just capturing that rook as well. And now you're down the exchange in a completely losing endgame. Rook b2 d2 check was played, king to c4, and now this is coming. I'm going to pick up the bishop next. The position absolutely collapses. Fedoseev realizes this, and it was on move 53 that Vladimir Fedoseev won this game. And Gukesh not only won this game, I think he absolutely obliterated Fedoseev in this match. And when you see his performance in blitz tournaments and all of those others that was played in Katowice, you have to realize that he is very much capable of playing games like this with absolute professionalism and in insane manner, where you can constrict your opponent so much that there is not even a move right from move 30. It's absolutely insane. So he is definitely going to bounce back, and he's going to bounce back hard, so players need to be careful. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I'll be coming back with games like these, so stay tuned to the channel, subscribe to the channel, and I'll be seeing you very soon.